YouTube. My name is Hero, and today I'm gonna be doing my first, cam video. I'm gonna see how this goes. Um, I want to say that I'm gonna be doing live streams of patch notes from now on, or at least I'm gonna try to do live streams of patch notes from now on. But this isn't a patch note. This is more of a little small kind of Q&A with Pearl Abyss from Dawn. Jauska posted it on the forums yesterday. So we're just gonna go through this together, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts on it after we're done reading it. Okay, so greetings, adventurers. With the recent series of patches, many players have been sharing their concerns and feedback, especially the request for more information as to why changes were made. Based on the feedback we have been seeing, we reached out to the developers for some additional information which we would like to share with you at this time. Alright? True Dye can now be listed on the auction house. This was something that I definitely was like, what the fuck? Because you guys know I hate pay to win, and I don't want this game to go pay to win. But after seeing what happened with the dye, I let it simmer and saw what happened, and I saw it go up to some dyes were 4.8 mil, and I was like, okay, are they gonna go to fucking 20 mil or what? But they stopped at 4.8, and as a matter of fact, as I watched the market, they don't even really sell at that price. Actually, that price it gets undercut quite a bit before people actually sell at that price, and the amount of money you have to spend before you even get one of those dyes is so ridiculous that I'm pretty sure you would have to spend around someone selling the phones like $1,000 before you're able to get 400 mil, which is, I mean, still pay to win technically, but it's retarded pay to win. It's like, no offense to retarded people or anything, but it's just really bad pay to win. I don't know. I don't know if it's really smart for someone to do something like that, but if they have to get that 400 mil, then I mean, I guess I really prefer if it was completely out of the game, but it isn't pay to win as much as I thought it would be, and I'm happy of that. So let's read what Pearl Abyss had to say. This was done to let more players have access to the dye system and give players who purchase dye a way to remove the dye they do not want. While not part of our original intention, we were aware of the pay-to-win concerns using this mechanic. We will closely monitor the trends of these items and look for methods to support a healthy system. See, that's bullshit. They try to word it right, but at the end of the day, they wanted people to pay money so they could get more money out of the cash shop. That's all it was. If they really gave a fuck about dyes, they just put dyes at NPC that sold dyes for 4 mil, and there you go. But no, they didn't do that because they don't give a fuck about us having dyes. They want the money. Like, that's bullshit. But whatever. We'll move on to the next one. GVG can only be declared on guilds that have declared GVG previously or participated in Node/Siege War. Our intention behind this change was to offer minimum protection for PvE-focused casual guilds in GVG situations. Since there have been a number of requests asking for any type of protection for PvE-focused small guilds, we have been considering various methods to address those needs. When it comes to GVG, our biggest concern is providing equal opportunity to as many guilds as possible and making the GVG content more approachable for everyone. I guess this is fine. I never really had a problem with this. It is kind of annoying when you want to declare on someone and they don't, you can't. But at the end of the day, you can still flag on them. So if you really want to kill them, you can. That's always an option. I know we all know the karma system is pretty trash, but you still can flag on them. So it's not that really much big of a deal. Most of the time when you're GVGing someone, if you're a real guild, it's going to be a real guild you're GVGing. So it's not really that big of a deal. Alright, Sorcerer's class changes. We have fixed the issue where Dark Flame causes more damage during cooldown. After testing sustained damage of Sorcerer's skills, we have found the following issues. 1. Dark Flame causes far more damage than initially intended. And 2. Dark Flame deals 100% critical hit damage during cooldown, which is contrary to what its skill description claims. It's true. We can confirm that issues with accuracy rate and cooldown damage of Dark Flame have been properly adjusted and tested. We are constantly working on balancing each class so that every player can be happy. Ha ha ha. I'm sorry. I have a lot of Stark friends, but I just want to say fuck y'all, because guess what? Pearl Abyss has made this happen on purpose. They want you to be what you are right now on purpose. So I'm just so happy, dude, Sorks were fucking retarded. A Sork could literally press a macro and beat your ass. Like literally press a macro for Dark Flame, just press the button and go like this and watch you die. Like that's how fucking retarded they were. So for them to nerf them this hard is like, hey, I'm sorry, you've been retarded for like 12 months. I think you could deal with like 2 months of not being retarded because no class in the game has been retarded as Sorks were this whole game. And I'm sorry I keep using retarded, but I don't mean it that way, so I'm sorry. Alright, additional changes. Chronestone have been added, no shit. Imperial Trade has been added. Imperial Trade NPCs have been added, but not Imperial Trade. What? Ultimate Reform Stones, yes. Equipment forges have been removed. I don't think we need to go over that. Equipment forges were when you put your gear into the forge and then it over time after 20 minutes or so had a chance of becoming yellow, which is a stupid system at all. In all honesty, they took it out. It's gone. Cool. Let's go to the next part, which I think is the most important part of this thing. The gear to win controversy is what they call it. There are a number of topics pertaining to debates around MMORPG, some of which are gear to win versus control to win and pay to win versus time to win. To comment on gear to win, playing a game itself might not turn out to be fruitful at all if hard-earned gears are not as effective as they seem to be. If a player has better equipment, it is likely that the player has invested a lot of time into the game, presumably mastering game controls along the way. Considering such cases, the gear to win controversy seems inevitable, but it's not just about gears. The important thing in gear to win thing is how to keep the equilibrium. Even with high level and excellent gear, some players might not be fluid in control. And making a combat between this player and another player with lesser gear and level, but better control, fair enough. Many factors can play in various roles. Wait, what? And making a combat between this player. Okay, this is some Pearl Abyss Korean translation. Basically, what they're saying is, if you got good gear, but you don't know how to play your class, you're gonna get your ass beat. Which is pretty much not true, because if say for example me, if I go fight a level 50 warrior who has all plus 15, I could go AFK and he can't kill me. So I don't know. The only way lesser gear comes into play is if you're like 1 plus or maybe 2 plus is lesser. Like if it was a plus 16 warrior and I went AFK, maybe he could beat me, or plus 17 for sure. But if you have plus 15, you're not gonna beat me, bro. It doesn't matter how good you are at anything. So that argument is retarded. But let me finish the last. Fine tuning each factor is a matter of balancing. Excuse me. And each player may feel and experience different things about balancing. For some, the game may seem geared to win. For others, it may not. Finding the perfect equilibrium is always a difficult task, but we are trying our best to make it happen. Alright, well, that's nice. I like this response. And they're trying to find a balance between rewarding the players who go above and beyond and keeping the players who can't go above and beyond due to time restraints at least close enough so that they can fight them, but it'll be an advantage in the person who plays more's hands, which is only fair, because if you want people to play more, you need to give them incentive to play more. Oh my goodness. Which is what I've been saying. So it's no point in trying to take away the accomplishments of the people who play more than you, because those are the people who are making the game alive. So yeah, and you don't have to be at the same level as the top 1%. Why not be at the level at the 99%, and then you have 99% of the player base in your competition? That's the way I see it. Alright, this was on costume items and pay to win. There's been a debate that the costume item effects, we all know, are counted as pay to win. Of course, everyone thinks differently, and it's not wrong to say the game is pay to win because of a single stat benefit, but it is our understanding that the community as a whole has come to an agreement that these stats on the costume do not make a big enough difference to count as pay to win. That's true. Pay to win is not about simply getting additional stats. We think what's important is how much those stats affect the gameplay. That's true. In our opinion, having stat boosts that give players a little convenience and not game-changing power is not enough grounds where branding a game is pay to win. I completely agree with that. Oh, I got like a frog in my throat. Holy shit. I completely agree with that. Um, that's just based like all that was just honest truth. They have to make money, guys, and at the end of the day, if there's no stat bonuses on there, the only people who are going to be buying those things are people who want the looks. And to be fair, that may be a lot of the server, but that you have to understand that there are people out there who don't really care about looks on their character. Some people just want to play the game and be as efficient as possible. And if there's nothing efficient to come from the cash shop, why would they spend their money? So this is Dom's way of saying, hey, we need those guys' money too, but we don't want to piss everyone off in the attempts to get that money. So they are trying to keep it balanced as possible, and I think they've done a great job so far. The only thing I don't like is the dye, but it's not as bad as some people made it out to be. Even myself, that's for sure. All right, additional message from the developers at Pearl Abyss. Okay. Although there have been continuous content updates since the release of Black Desert Online and EUNA, the June 17th patch was especially huge, one that applies variety of development outcomes and results from January to May 16th at once. That's true. They're talking about the KR development outcomes and results. Since the amount of changes were humongous, some detailed content changes, UI, text, and quests, could have been undocumented, which is far from our intention. Preventing miscommunication and 100% bug fixing will always be a difficult task, especially so for a game like Black Desert, which contains deals of loads of information. Even though the unavoidable time gap has been existed while localizing and tailoring the game, like the June 17th update, our team is willing to apply the latest development outcomes in a shorter term. It may not be perfect, but we are constantly trying to improve as much as possible. Okay, so basically what they're saying is when we get those things, when KR gets those things like receive all on the mail, we're going to be getting things like that, like little quality of life things, a lot faster than we had previously, which it took months sometimes for us to get those things, which is great. Round of applause for them now that they've caught us up with KR in terms of those things, and they do a few bug fixes and fix everything and make everything nice and neat. From now on, we'll be getting those things at a lot faster rate, so I'm happy to hear that. That's great. All right, last thing, development direction. All right, an MMORPG by default requires a lot of time on the player's end. Sorry, someone's mowing the lawn. It is time to win by definition. Which also means that existing players will have some sort of advantage in MMORPG over new players. That does not mean that we are hoping new players enjoy. That does not mean that we are not hoping new players enjoy enough of Black Desert, which is why there has been recent adjustments of monster balance and growth EXP. We understand, depending on situations, that existing players may stand some chances to seem to benefit new players more. However, we believe that the constant influx of new players will enrich Black Desert and all players in the long run. Once again, 100% agree. It's idiotic to say that people who spend more time than you shouldn't be ahead of you. It's no way to make that work in any MMO. I've never seen. I don't understand where you guys get. The only way to make that happen is if you cap them. If you cap them somewhere. If you say, okay, for example, Terra. When you get to level 60 in Terra, you got full VM gear at the vanilla launch. That's capped. You're done. You can't go no further. But anybody underneath that was getting their asses beat, so it didn't matter. They couldn't touch you until they reached that cap too, and then it's like, okay, now we're even because you're at the cap. But the thing about caps is that's when people get bored. When you cap people out, you get bored. I'm sure when plus 15 came out, there were so many people who were capped and so many people who were quitting. I mean, right now we're at a content where we will not be capped. No one is capped, and they won't be capped for a long time. And also the exponential growth. Once you get to plus 18, yeah, sure, that's pretty easy to get to. You saw people get that on the first day, fine. But after that, you know how much time and money you have to put in to get any AP or any DP. There's so much you have to do just to reach a little bit of an increase. While you guys who don't necessarily have that gear and that AP yet, you have to go through a lot less to get that AP than we had to. For example, just look at accessories. Accessories are perfect for 5 AP. You could get a market shadow for 8 mil right now. 5 AP. You want to get 7 AP? Just 2 more AP? Oh, that's fine. Just get a market shadow for 24 mil. A prime market shadow for 24 mil. Oh, you want 2 more AP? We'll get a dual market shadow. But that's gonna cost you 94 mil, which still isn't that bad. But you want 2 more AP? A tri market shadow? That's gonna cost you 300, bro. Wait, you want 200 more AP? That's gonna cost you 1 billion silver, man. 1 billion for 2 AP. 700 million difference for 2 AP, and when you have a regular market shadow, it's only like a 10 million difference for 2 AP. Do you understand that? I hope you do. We know these are just a few of the questions being asked, but this is where we have started. What we would like to ask is that what we would like to ask each of you to do is keep asking these type of questions and providing us with your feedback. We'll be monitoring this thread while we work on the next series of questions, so please try to keep your posts constructive as well as on topic. Thank you for your patience, and we look forward to conveying your next batch of questions soon. Okay. I like this a lot. I'm happy that they took the time to actually communicate with us. I know they're busy as hell. And I know they make mistakes. I know they've done some dumb things, but it looks like Dom's kind of given up on trying to be independent from Pearl Abyss's vision of what this game should be. Like, they tried to change things to fit into what they think we would like, our community would like, and those things haven't really been working apparently because they've changed them. The PvP system, or the PK system, I mean, the EXP loss, that's gone. The leveling, the plus 18, they completely kept it the exact same as it was in KR. I don't even know why they brought up force enhancing at all, because it doesn't apply to the game, because no one's really forcing a Uria, or I guess you could force your offhand, and you could force your Grunils or whatever gear you wear, but the main thing that people want to be 18ing and 19ing and things like that is obviously going to be boss gear, Zaka's, Libertos. That's what happens. So I'm kind of confused. Well, I'm not really confused. I'm more so content with it, with anything that goes on now, because I know that it's kind of in Pearl Abyss's hands more than Dom's hands. But the thing about that is that Pearl Abyss kind of allowed Black Desert to go pay to win in Korea, as far as I know. So that is also very scary. But we're gonna see what happens with the game. It looks like from this message that they are kind of trying to make everyone happy. But yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty much happy with this. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, comment, let me know. I could do something like this again. Let me know what you think about the cam. I'm gonna keep making videos, some videos with cam, some videos without cam. I didn't have my headset on this whole time.